Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Hannah. I'm a mom and a knitter and I live in North Carolina. I love to share my knits on YouTube and on Instagram, and I also have some patterns for sale on Ravelry if you're interested. Today I have a regular project updates video for you. I'm sharing my finished objects, my works in progress, and my acquisitions. Let's get started. Okay, today I am excited because I have quite a few finished objects. I feel like there was a moment in the last few months, or maybe just all of the last few months, where I had not had a finished object in like forever. I don't know, I had so many cast-ons, I had my own sample designs, I had business things that I was working on, knits and stuff, and so I just did not have a lot of finished objects to share or to wear that were new. So anyway, now I have some. I have three today. The first is my Side Bow Slipover. It's not quite showing up as the right color. It's a little more brown than this. This is the Side Bow Slipover. This is by Sarah of Noelle Knits, and it is a worsted weight slipover pattern that just came out this week. I test knitted this. I was part of a group of lovely test knitters. Wonderful. There were so many pictures of beautiful knits. It was very inspiring. I loved making it. It has the double knit ties as well. And they do take a while because they're double knit, but they're beautiful. I mean, look at this bow. I feel like it's so cute and elegant. And it has the ties all the way down. And yeah, it's a slipover. I love it. I haven't worn mine yet because it was drying, but I am excited to wear it. I think I'll have a few more chances before it gets too warm here. Right now, where I am in North Carolina, the pollen is really bad. And thankfully, I don't have seasonal allergies, but my husband does, and it's really bad. So we're trying to stay inside right now just so we don't bring pollen in to the house. So anyway, we have not really been going out a lot. But the weather is anywhere from like 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit for the end of March, beginning of April. So we're having like record-breaking lows, record-breaking highs, and record-breaking pollen count. So that's just how it is here. I hope the weather is maybe more consistent where you are. So I haven't gotten a chance to wear it, but I love it. And yeah, it's just really beautiful. And I did crop it by 2 inches so it would look similar to me as it did on the designer. I have those notes in my Ravelry. There's also notes in the pattern on how to modify it to what you would like. If I did anything differently, I might knit the side ties like a few inches shorter, just so it's not quite as wide, and then so these wouldn't be quite as wide. I am not unhappy with it. I love how it is, but a few test knitters did do that, and I think they look super cute as well. Yeah, if you were following me knitting this, I knit this with yarn from my yarn pantry. My parents bought me some yarn from Portugal a few years ago. I knit a linto with it that I love, and then I had enough left, not for a sweater, but just for something, and so I thought this would be a good one. I ended up having to buy more yarn. I got 2 skeins of this yarn from Maker and Stitch in Colorado, and I only needed 1, so I have 1 whole ball left. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If you need it, let me know, because the color is discontinued. That's why I had a hard time finding it. So I went ahead and got 2 just in case. I only needed 1. It's done. I hope I get to wear it before it's too hot. The yarn is cotton alpaca, so it's super light and airy, but it's also fluffy and warm. I love it. Highly recommend this pattern. It was wonderful to work with Sarah again as a test knitter. This time she has test knit for me. I've knit a few of her patterns, so all full circle, and I love it. I love the knitting community. Next finished object is a design of mine. So if you're not on my newsletter list, please join. I send my test knits out first through my newsletter and second through Instagram. So they come to my newsletter first. This will probably come out at the end of the week. This is my summer camp kerchief or summer camp scarf. I'm still trying to decide. So let me know if one sounds better than the other. This is a asymmetrical little mini kerchief for your kiddos, and this is the smallest size, so it's pretty small. My 4-year-old wears it. He's worn it a few times actually since it's been finished. He helped me place the colors and decide, you know, where they should go and all of that. This is the back side, so I'll show you the front. This side is longer and thinner, so you can tie it in a knot and then wear it like this. You just pull the other side through the knot and like that, so it can be worn like this. And then to take it off, you just pull it out. Super easy for a kiddo to do. The inspiration behind this is my son is going to his first full day summer camp this summer. We'll see how it goes. I can't talk about it because I am too nervous about it, and it just is hard for me. But I think he will do great. He is a wonderful kiddo. But anyway, this was so that he would know I'm thinking about him, or I would know there's something that I made him there with him. So he can either wear it, he'll probably like tie it onto his backpack so he knows it's his. I think that's cute as well. These are all colors where he wanted them to go. So it was a special collaboration between Mom and Ollie for him to take with him this summer. That's the inspiration behind it. Hopefully I'll get it tested and then you guys can have it in May or June if your kids are going to summer camp or if they're just playing in the backyard. I was also thinking about some kind of name like adventure scarf or something like that, because it just seems perfect for adventure. So yes, this is the smallest size, and there's going to be a bigger one as well. I don't have the sample for that, but it uses Purl Soho cotton Chirp. This is the heirloom white color that I used for the main color, and then I got a 4-pack of the other little colors. This is the Blue Jay color pack. There we go. And they have lots of fun different ones online as well. So Purl Soho sent me this yarn for this design, and then I'll have a coupon code if you wanted to use this as well. Now this would also be a good yarn stash busting, scrap busting project. I know also like a lot of the little crochet cotton comes in these 25 balls as well. So sometimes when we're traveling, I'll let my son just pick one out. So I have a few of these just sitting around. So if you have those, it could work. Anyway, all the yardage information will be in the pattern, but this is coming soon. Testing hopefully at the end of the week, and then design launch maybe mid-May or end of May. We'll see, depending on how much life happens between now and then. Okay, another finished object is my broken rope DK socks. So last time I just showed you the one, now I have two. It's all tangled up. This is the second one. I love the DK weight socks. I made a video about DK weight socks and ones that I wanted to make. I would add this to the list now because I really enjoyed making this. I will say, if I made this pattern again, I would add some ribbing to the top. I don't think I realized it doesn't have ribbing, and so it does get like a little slouchy, and maybe that's intentional because I think it's on trend perhaps. But anyway, this is part of the Sailor sock set by Summerly Knits. It is the Broken Rope DK. So I used DK weight yarn. It was from Woolberry Fiber Co. for her Pride and Prejudice collection. The color is called, your hands are cold. It is from This Scene, which you know if you saw my last video or if you've been following Bethany at all during her launch for the Pride and Prejudice collection. I actually have a lot left. I have this much left. I was surprised by it. I don't know. I just was surprised by how much I had left. My son asked for this yarn when I was done with it, so he gets this. I don't know what I'm going to make with like, how much is this? Probably like 15 or 20 grams of DK weight yarn, but I will hopefully make him something. He asked for it because he loves this color. And yeah, so I am doing part of the sample making program for Bethany. So before a collection, like a big collection, not necessarily her smaller ones or her collective members collections, but for her big launches, she will send out some yarn and then we will knit it up so you can see what it looks like and help you decide what you want to buy. Instead of having like a swatches or a bunch of samples in her size, then we get to keep them and have them as well, and you guys get to see project ideas. What does it look like knit up? And honestly, I was so impressed by all of the makers from this round. All of the sample makes are so beautiful. If you haven't seen them, Bethany shared them before the collection launched. Unfortunately, it's closed, but she's doing it again. There's already more in the works and yarn is already being sent out. So there'll be many more projects that you can see if you're interested in buying her yarn. Okay, those are my 3 finished objects. It feels so good to have things off my needles. I have been a little overwhelmed with the amount of things I have on my needles. I just have had a lot lately. I am slowly working those down. There's even just things in my brain that I haven't cast on that I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Like I got yarn for my dad for a hat for his birthday, but then I still haven't made the hat and it's been like a month and a half. It's been like 2 months and I still haven't made his hat, and now it's summer, so I guess I could wait till fall. But I do feel bad because yeah, it's just a lot of life has been going on. We just had a lot of things, but I'm trying to dig myself out of this of my own making that I made. But anyway, this is my Azor sweater. This is by Tete Beche. This is colorwork yoke, fingering weight. I've talked about it before. You guys have seen it. It is one of my longest languishing whips. I think that's what people say. Do you have a long languishing whip? Please help me feel a little bit better. I think I cast this on in October. So that's a lot of months. And you know, knitting is supposed to be slow making, you know, and that's okay. There's all different kinds of knitters. We're all different. So this is pretty long for me though. I usually finish my projects like within 3 months. So this one is a little long. Anyway, I am really happy with it. I have finished this sleeve except the ribbing. I finished the body except the ribbing, and I am working on this sleeve. The reason I haven't done the ribbing is because I don't think I'm gonna have enough of this main color to do all of that. So I will finish this sleeve and see if I have anything left. If I do, then I'll keep working on the ribbing. But if I don't, I need to decide, do I want to use this light color for the sleeves and the ribbing for the body, or do I want to go like chance it with a dye lot? Now, I have had bad luck with dye lots before. I didn't have any issues with my Side Bow Slipover, but I have had issues before. So I messaged Oak City Fibers where I got this yarn. That is a yarn shop sort of in my area, and they're so kind. Recently, the yarn shop owner sold the shop, but an employee bought it. So I'm hopeful that it will still be the same wonderful community, same yarns. They have hand-dyed commercials. It's just beautiful. So I am hopeful that she will continue what Oak City Fibers has started. So anyway, I reached out to them and I said, I bought this yarn here a while ago. These are the dye lots that I have. Do you have any of the same dye lots? So they don't. Very kindly checked for me, but whoever was responding was very kind, and they said they had quite a few dye lots of this color and they all looked very similar. So I was welcome to bring in my sweater and just hold them up and see what looked the best. I don't know when I'm gonna make it there, hopefully soon. Probably when I finish my sleeve, and then I will say, okay, what do I need to do for sure? And then I'll be so close, I can't help but just go by the shop and get the yarn I need. So I think if I did the contrast color for the sleeves, that would just change the look of the sweater. I don't think it would be bad. I just think it would change the look. I think I'm going for not that look. I think that would just be like more bold than what I'm going for. Again, I don't think it would be bad. I don't think it would look bad at all, but I just think it'd be different than what I'm going for. So I think I'm looking for just more understated. It already has all this nice color work. So I think having the sleeve be the contrast color would just also, it might take away from the color work. I don't know. I think I would like it to be just the brown. So I do think I'm leaning towards that, but perhaps I do think I'm leaning towards that. You guys know I have more works in progress than this. This is the only one I'm actively working on. I'm trying to do the whip down strategy where you take all your projects and you line them up in terms of how much you have left. So this is the project with the least amount left currently. So I'm finishing that, and then I'll move on to the next project and the next project. Honestly, some of my projects that I have, I could probably start a whole new project and it would be less. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. Anyway, this one is the only one I'm actively working on right now. I have one acquisition. It's actually a pattern that was sent to me by Emily of the Stitchling. She sent me this when I was coming back from my maternity leave of you know, just not doing YouTube or designing. She sent me this pattern to say welcome back, and with no obligation to share, but I wanted to share it because it's really cute. These are the Court Socks by the Stitchling, Emily, and I'll put a picture up so you guys can see them. They are fingering weight US 1 needles, super cute. If you aren't familiar with Emily, she has a beautiful feed on Instagram. She has a few patterns for sale. This one has the texture. This is what I love about this pattern. So I just like the whole vibe of this. Emily's patterns are super, super detailed and helpful, whether you're a beginner or an advanced knitter. So anyway, I wanted to share this pattern and say thank you to her. It was very thoughtful to share when I was coming back to the YouTube world, to the knitting world. Also wanted to say thank you guys for your warm welcome to my pattern roundup videos that I've been making. I have just loved sharing the new patterns that come out. I did February and March, and I just really enjoyed making them and talking to you guys, reading the comments, what you might make, which one was your favorite. I plan to keep doing those because they are so fun, but I'm also planning to keep doing the project updates and all of that. So I'm not changing my content. I wanted to let you guys know, but I do want to add those in more regularly as I work through my own Make 9 and try not to buy all of the patterns and cast on more projects. I think maybe talking about them will keep me from doing that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend and happy knitting.